Hey guys, how's it going? So I thought I'd do a video on men's winter fashion. Just like giving a few tips and stuff. I actually prefer winter fashion over like summer because I just feel like there's more you can do with it. But it can be kind of difficult, especially when you're actually trying to keep warm, but also trying to look good. So these are some tips that I've picked up throughout the years, but also just like current things that I'm doing at the moment that help me decide what to wear during winter. So the first big thing, which is something that I've always tried to do throughout winter, is not to get sucked into the whole wearing black or grey or dark navy, because I just feel like all the colour is sucked out of life during winter. So what I try and do is at least to have a few coats that are bright or at least not black or grey. And it's not just coats and jackets, like you could be wearing a black jacket with an orange jumper on. I've got a few bright scarves that I like to wear to brighten up coats, just so that it's not completely neutral tones and dark colours, because like I said, it's very easy to fall into that when you're shopping during winter. Unless that's what you're going for, I think it's a good idea to try and introduce some colour. So that's my first tip, is don't forget about colour. My second little tip, just something that I've been into at the moment. If you're following my Instagram page, you'll know that I'm a little bit obsessed recently with wool trousers. I found a ton of them in TK Maxx recently. Because they're wool, they keep you nice and toasty and warm. They're much thicker than just like normal smart trousers. And also they're really comfortable. I will say that they are quite hard to pair with shoes. That's something I'm still figuring out. I feel like they look good rolled up with some sneakers, like trainers, but trainers and sneakers aren't always good in wet weather, and also if you're rolling your trousers up, you're gonna get a bit more chilly. So, don't know, still working that one out, to be honest. The first pair I got from TK Maxx were actually quite a dark colour, so I started looking out for some like stony coloured ones, which I ended up finding in a charity shop. And then another pair I recently got, which are kind of like a dark purple colour, which I really like. And they're nice to wear because they add a little bit of colour, like I said, even though they are quite dark. It's like wearing jogging trousers when you go out, but it's just slightly more smart and it gives the kind of smarter look, but you're super cozy. So I'm really rating them at the moment. Now, I know that winter fashion is usually all about layering, but I would actually say that it's really good to have a coat in your wardrobe that is thick enough that you can wear it over a t-shirt, because if you're rushing out the door, you really just don't have time to pick out like an outfit. You don't want to be thinking like, oh, I've got to layer something with this and this and this and grab a scarf and all that. Sometimes you just want to be able to grab a coat and put it on. So if you're a bit like me, then I'd suggest finding a thick coat, probably wool. Wool is pretty good at keeping you warm, and also something that is in a neutral tone. Now I know I said like you want to introduce colour into your wardrobe for winter, but if you get a coat that's black or grey, it's going to go with pretty much anything. And then you don't have to worry if you're in a rush, because I'm in a rush all the time. It's good just to have it as a backup, like in your wardrobe. Now my next tip kind of goes against this a little bit, because if you have a coat that you really want to wear, but you know it's not warm enough, I would suggest getting one of these thermal jacket vests, whatever they're called, I'm not sure what they are. You've probably seen them in Uniqlo. Like Uniqlo do really good ones. Doesn't matter what jacket you're wearing on top, if you've got one of those underneath, you're good. You stick it in my rucksack, I keep it in my bag, and then I can wear whatever jacket I want, and if I get cold, then I've got this like warm layer underneath. And the one that I've got doesn't actually have a collar, it starts like here on the neck, so you can kind of hide it underneath jackets as well. If it's not really your style, you don't really want to be wearing it, you can hide it under your coat and it doesn't affect like the look or whatever that you're going for. So I find mine really useful. I also recently picked up a similar thing from River Island. I actually got it from Trade, which is a charity shop, so that's like another option I've got. I've also got a bright yellow one, it does the same job, it keeps me really warm. That was from Zara. There's options out there. And finally, my last sort of, this isn't really a tip or anything, but it's something that I just really enjoy and it's really popular at the moment, which I really like. It's kind of like hiking style boots with those little D-rings on the laces. I don't know why, but I'm obsessed with them. I've got loads of boots now that have those little metal D-rings. You can put like quite bright coloured laces on them as well. It's kind of a mix between hiking but also city exploring. And I wanted to give a special mention to that style because it's something that I've been into for a while now. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, subscribe, give it a like, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.